Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm Jesse, your DM.
Cody playing Lazarus.
Brennan playing Dis.
Mike playing Nim.
Britt playing Kenna.
And we are Double Doubles and Dragons. We're a group of goofy Canadians that have gotten together to play a little D&D. Sometimes we will say things that are inoffensive. We mean them as jokes, of course, and they're certainly funny to us, but some people may find this offensive. If you do, we apologize, but we don't want any hate mail about it. So just don't listen, okay? Let's jump right into the action. Okay, everybody, welcome back. So, battle success. Not a lot to recap since it was mostly just a fight last session, but nevertheless, the fight was successful. Nim fireballed the crap out of a bunch of them. Dis was just a raving madman with the sword, and Kenna was summoning ice storms inside and crocodiles and all sorts of things. Lazarus was stuck in a room. And I don't mean to make that sound like it's less important, because it might be more important. But nevertheless, that's where we left off. Nim and, I think, Kenna were running outside to go put the building out, because now the building's on fire. And Dis was going to go check on Willie. So, let us pick back up where we left off. And Lazarus, I'm actually going to start with you.
Okay.
Because you're sitting in that room, and what have you, it's probably, you would guess it's been a couple of hours, but it's hard to tell. It's obviously a dark room with no windows, and time is rough to figure out, but nonetheless, anything you think you might have done in the last couple of hours?
Yeah, I probably would have kept talking to him. I got some more questions. I might would have.
Sure, we can totally do that. So we'll start with those then. Go right ahead.
I suppose while I'm in there, I'll ask first that, so, all you kids, are you allowed to move around here, or do you only sit put since this one arrived?
The girl kind of, no, we can move around. There's just not much point in moving around.
Alright.
We try to rock a little so that maybe if we get out of here, we can run.
Can I go inspect the metal door?
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially, I'm more interested in see if it has a keyhole or a handle or anything.
Yeah, absolutely. So, if you go over to the wall where the door is obviously on the ceiling for you because of the way that this room is laid out. That puts the door frame itself just at the edge of your reach.
Okay, so it's not inverted with us on the ceiling.
No, it's the other way. It's the proper way it would be.
Oh. Can I even see the keyhole?
You can do a perception check. It's low light, but the light is coming from the ceiling, so it sheds a fair amount of light on it.
16.
Okay, so you take a look at the metal door. Getting a closer look at it, there are a couple of things that give you at least a little bit of hope. One is that the door itself doesn't seem to be particularly well cared for. You can actually see rust starting to blotch across the surface, even on the inside, and obviously it's probably drier in here than whatever might be on the other side. So that's encouraging for you, at least. It might not be as sturdy as it initially looked. There is a handle to it. It's not the simple wooden handles you've been seeing around the town. This is more of a proper latched door handle that's been put into the door with at least enough craftsmanship experience that there's no gap between where it joins the door. So whoever built this thing at least did a decent job of it. There is a large keyhole underneath it, kind of a skeleton key style opening, but rather large, like it's at least 2 inches tall. So it's whatever it is requires a big key.
Can I think back to the width of this weird-ass special key I have?
Oh, of the one that you got from the tree?
Yeah.
That one's much smaller.
Okay, so it's not for this.
More of a dainty bronzed key than or it's at least dainty compared to this big 2-inch thing that needs to go in there.
It's not for that.
As you're standing there examining the door, you begin to hear a faint sound from the other side of the door. It's hard through the metal to tell exactly what it is, but there's definitely some sort of sound coming from the door.
Well, underneath the door, I'll put my ear against the wall.
Okay, and just see if you can kind of... So you press your ear against the door, and you kind of hear something that sounds a little... like that.
Like some things are running to the door?
Running or something. Something's making multiple impacts towards the door.
I'll go over and like just sit down and be like not moving with the children for a bit.
Okay. So you sit down, and that sound gets just a little louder, and then just when you feel like it's right at the door, it stops. And then there's a slow creaking sound as you watch that handle start to crank downwards.
I can't even reach it, so I can't stop it or anything.
No.
No door left unkicked.
I can't reach it. It's like way above me.
He'd have to be a guy from a kung fu movie to run up there and kick that door.
Crouching tiger, hidden dragonborn.
Need an aura right now.
Crouching tiger, hidden dragonborn. You're terrible.
I'll ping. I'll try and ping whatever's on the other side of that door.
Okay. So you send out the ping, and as you do, there's a final click sound, and you hear it start grating against the door frame. As you ping, there's something behind that door, and it is eviler than the rest of the room is.
Lazarus doesn't have any weapons here.
At least not your god weapon, anyway. If you had other spare weapons in your pack, you'd still have them.
Well, you took my hammer.
We took it.
No, he replaced my original hammer with the god weapon.
That's right. I giveth, and I taketh away.
I try and cast protection from good and evil on myself.
Okay, just read it out.
Until the spell ends, one willing creature you touch is protected against certain types of creatures, aberrations, celestials, elementals, fays, fiends, and undead. The protection grants several benefits. Creatures of those types have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. The target cannot be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. If the target is already charmed, frightened, or possessed, they have advantage against the roll to break the effect.
Okay. So you place your hand on your own chest and you say...
Please, Eldaf, he's going to need you now.
Okay. You cast the protection. You feel there's like a warm, comfortable feeling, like being wrapped up in a blanket.
Yeah.
Spreads across your body, and
I'm
you
just,
feel
holding on to my holy
okay.
symbol.
The door creaks open just enough that there's like a half an inch gap, and through that gap, it's just black. And as you watch, something black and flat slips through the bottom, which would be the top of the door because it's upside down, and just starts sliding down the wall like a hand, like a shadowy hand. Exactly. Just reaching down, it starts sliding down the wall.
I kind of look at the kids. What are the kids looking at reacting to this?
They are terrified.
Okay.
They've begun moving away from it back towards the back wall.
I mean, Lazarus has nothing else to do but put himself between the kids and the hand for now.
Okay, so you kind of stay in the middle of the room. They are kind of congregating to be behind you.
I'll make sure they're within my 15 feet, I guess. And it doesn't matter in this room because they're pretty small.
Okay. It continues sliding down, and it hits that bottom where your floor, and it just kind of bends and starts creeping towards you. It's about halfway across the room. I don't know if the mic is picking that up, but Lazarus is uncomfortable.
Okay.
I really hope it did pick that up.
There's nothing, and this is just how they've been taken. If it's between, like, Lazarus, like, figuring out or meeting and all this shit and the kids being taken, he might even just walk into it.
Okay, so you want to get up and start walking towards it?
Yep.
Okay. You start walking towards it, and it's coming towards you. As it gets to your feet, it kind of stops for a second, and then just bends around your foot and starts slipping past you.
Can I, like, keep intervening it, or, like, watching for who it's...
You absolutely can. Basically, if you keep trying to put yourself in front of it, each time you move, it hesitates for a moment and then just bends around you and continues trying to reach.
And it's continually trying to reach out for one of these kids.
It's moving towards that part of the room, yes.
I need to distract it to myself so that it doesn't... I pick up the candle.
Okay, you pick up the candle.
And I just light it.
Okay.
Bye-bye, Lazarus.
He's not going to let it take the kids.
Lazarus picks up the candle, flicks the light. As soon as you do, from the other side of that door, there's a low, like... sound, and another hand starts slipping under the door frame.
Is the other... But can I use the light of the one I have lit already to ward off that?
Yeah, you can try moving. So you put your hand down and you try moving it towards it. The light doesn't seem to impact the shadow at all. Nor does it light it up in any way. It still remains pitch black.
And now there's two. It didn't like the little light, but it didn't do anything. Should I just go balls to the wall? I'm thinking I might.
The other hand is almost to you now. It's the other one's continuing to slip by you, so you're constantly being pushed back towards the kids.
Well, I'm just gonna try and wipe out the shadow completely. I'm just gonna start casting again.
Okay.
And I'm gonna cast daylight right in the crack of that wall. Or the door that I came through.
Okay. So you raise your hand and you say,
"Let there be light."
Instantly, there's a bloom of that light. It's a little weird in that split second when the light just shatters open. You would expect to see whatever room is beyond that because you would get kind of that little bit of perception through the crack. But even though the light expands, you don't see anything. It's just black being pushed back away from it. But nevertheless, there's a loud kind of and the hands slip backwards and the door slams shut.
All right, and I guess that winks at the light too.
Yeah, the everything moving around in the room. The candle just winks out.
Alright, well I kept it away from the kids for now, but I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen there.
The older boy as well, he kind of finally... Why didn't it take you? It's supposed to take the big ones.
It seemed not to like him, but he wasn't gonna let it just slip past him and take someone else either.
He seems confused and just kind of happy, but confused.
He's not sure what this means as of yet. And this is how someone was taken every time.
At least one.
Have you seen more than two hands before?
They all just slowly nod up and down.
Well, you may have hell to pay for that one later. It seems you are all safe for now. So, while we have a moment...
Do you have time to talk about our Lord and Savior Eldath?
Get on your knees and start praying, boys. Lazarus is going to need to know more of that one. Can you perhaps tell him anything about the songs?
We don't sing the songs anymore.
Yes, but how about when they began?
They all seem confused, like they're trying to remember, but they don't seem to be able to. Like they recognize something about a song, but even if you try to kind of pry what the song might have been out of them, none of them seem to remember how it was sung, just that there was a song. It all seems very confusing to them, like they can't quite remember.
Alright. Well, when you were still back and before in this room, do you remember anything about any vines?
Vines?
Anything about some rather persistent vines growing across your town?
No, I don't remember anything about Vine. I remember some people were missing, and I remember going in to wash up before bed, and then I was here. The rest of them are kind of nodding like that's close enough to what happened to them.
Very well. None of you happened to be missing from a graveyard, then?
They all sort of look at you like really confused. A graveyard?
We heard one story of the first boy going missing from the graveyard.
There's no graveyard. When people die, we put them in the morgue and their mom says they're burned so they can go to heaven.
Hold on, let me just jot that down. And you all saying you came from Willyburg, is this right?
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with that right now. And this is how it's always been whenever somebody passes away?
Yes.
All right. Would any of you be perhaps aware of anybody named Lance?
They all kind of pause.
You seem to have a penchant for singing and music. A visitor, perhaps?
I don't remember a Lance. We don't get a lot of singers that come through. The little boy kind of puffs up his chest and he goes, I was taken last. And I don't remember a singer either.
Very well. Do you all know each other from the village?
Yes.
That's weird. Okay, is there anything else happening with that door if I, listen to it again?
No, it seems quiet now.
Do I ping? Is it still, right there, just really pissed off?
No. It's just that passive background evil that has been here since you came to this room. Yeah, not the best, but...
He admits it is strange to hear that how you treated those in the mortuary, because we did certain see a new graveyard, or even an older one.
The kids all... They just look like they're positive there's no graveyard, and they don't...
And there was a religious healer's house right beside the mortuary, is that right?
Yeah. That's Father Xander's house.
Indeed. That is where this one went missing.
They all kind of... Sometimes Father Xander lets children into his house. He has a big kitchen.
That is also where Lazarus went missing. I don't think I have anything else, really. I'm not sure what to make of that. The graveyard either wasn't there, or there's something else.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it, I guess.
All right. We'll move away from Lazarus for a moment. So, Nim and Kenna, you guys are putting out the fire. Nim, I assume you're using prestidigitation. Kenna, what are you doing to help put out the
Druidcraft.
flames? Okay. And that wind, I guess, or...
Yeah.
Well, it says it can put out a campfire.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So
that
it
should be
automatically
fine.
just extinguishes them. So.
Okay. Dis, you went to go check on Willie. So you get to the door, you push it open, and Willie's pretty much where you left him. He's just kind of crunched in the corner, and he's got his fingers in his ears.
I go up to him, and I try to get one hand out of his ear. I'm just like...
You kind of...
I'm gonna talk.
When he pulls the finger away, you can tell he kind of realizes that the sound has stopped, and he pulls his other finger away. So, which one do y'all lose?
Nobody, but they lost a lot. Let me tell you. Also, your building's on fire.
What? And he just kind of runs by you. Nim and Kenna, as you get that wall to stop burning, although it's still a little cold and a little,
Smoky.
yeah, smoky and maybe just little bits of red here and there, you just see Willie burst through the doors that are obviously not on their hinges anymore, and he kind of looks at that and then turns around to look at his building and goes, oh, yeah, that ain't good.
I walk out after, slowly, not as urgent as he is.
So, not that I'm not unhappy about, having visitors, but, that's my livelihood right there.
This is just a bit of collateral damage. I mean, this is just aesthetics. We can fix this right up. I'm sure.
How?
With magic.
So he doesn't even want to offer himself.
It's just like one of these guys will fix
I'm only
it.
handy with a sword.
he's just staring at the building. He goes, well, looks like we might need to find somewhere else to sleep tonight.
Yeah, that might need to happen.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
I have an idea for that, though.
While you're standing there and you're kind of like, I'm sure it'll be fine, you notice that now that the fire is out, the vines that have been burned and kind of torn apart by the blast are slowly oozing that liquid out, and it's dripping onto the ground in front, and the vines have already started to sprout out all along the front of the building.
Oh, maybe it won't be fine.
It is. Oh, maybe it will be fine. Yeah, so, you got somewhere else we could stay?
In the well.
Lehman's tiny hut.
We can go hang out in the
Yeah,
morgue.
we could do it. We could do a little hut. Hut action.
Mirror realm doesn't seem too bad.
Are these what came to take you?
They sure are.
They tried.
Looks like you folks are pretty tough.
Well, these were very weak.
I suppose that makes sense.
They weren't very strong.
Can you kill the rest of them then?
Oh,
They showed up.
Right, but the rest of them?
how many more would you estimate there are?
I'm not sure exactly, but I've seen more of them sort of wandering around,
I thought
especially at night.
I mean, concentrated enough area, I'm sure we could find enough fire.
Sometimes you can see them out in the fog. Not sure how many, but how many did you see here?
That was like at least 30.
like 6 or 7.
It's gonna be like roll deception, and then Kenna's just like 6. Well, seen more than that moving around, but maybe not much more than that.
Well,
What the
probably
heck?
do something. Should we go? Where's your set of camp?
We're gonna have to. Afraid they're gonna take the inn now. Now that the vines are at the front of the doors, and the doors aren't the doors anymore.
That wasn't my fault. The fire, maybe.
This,
Yeah, how does a little thing like you create fire? Did you just sort of light a campfire under there?
big things come in small packages.
I yell mind spike, and then 40 feet of fire.
40 feet.
40
That's
feet, you know.
That's a fair amount of fire.
It was.
Shoot fire down the path.
Just fireball in there. Like, here.
We fireball this entire town.
Well, guess we're gonna have a camp out around the well then. Not sure the vines are gonna stay out of the market tonight, now that they don't got the building in the way.
Well, I'll quickly try packing up all the tents and stuff.
Can't go back inside
Yeah,
and
pack all
clear
your
all
stuff
that out. Willie goes inside as well, and you hear him kind of rummaging around in the kitchen, collecting his things. He comes out of the kitchen and he's got like a pack on around his back and he's got another like kind of tucked under his arm. He goes, well, I hope you folks can get us out of here because it's not going to get much better.
Done this a million times. Maybe not, but...
We're sorry about the inn, Willie. Some of us didn't have any part in destroying it.
See him kind of gets like one tear down the side, but he goes, it wasn't going to hold forever anyway.
Just think of the inn you'll be able to build once you're back among civilization.
I'd like that.
I want to try something. Have we tried to contact Lazarus since he's been gone?
We tried the ring, I think.
Yeah, we tried that.
Right, we did try the ring. But I want to try the ring again.
Okay.
So, Lazarus, are you there?
Lazarus, there's something coming out of your ring. You hear it kind of crackle and pop a little bit, like something's trying to push through interference.
Yeah, but it's just like...
But it's kind of like, Lazarus,
I just push it back. I guess I don't know who's doing it. So
How is your thing set up with the ring, your glove?
So I have like the metal gauntlet on, and it has like one little hinge part that I can just open it and get to the ring underneath it.
Gotcha. And your rings are iron.
Iron,
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't know of that, but I'll just touch it and I'll say all three names, I guess. Because I don't know who's trying to reach out to me.
Okay. Kenna, this time you do get a response, but it's sort of just a crackling, like, white noise, staticky sound. You think you hear somebody call your name, like, kind of very softly, but it's very faint. You feel like you kind of have to... The same with the two of you. You start to feel... You hear that kind of white noise.
I think Lazarus is alive.
This is true. I also have an idea.
And I reach into my bag. And I grab the spoon.
Okay. As soon as you grab the spoon, again, there's that kind of...
And then I want to stick my other hand in the bag, basically. So
Okay.
I'm hiding. Like, I don't want to bring out the reflective spoon and freak out Willie.
Okay.
I want to hold it, but I want to touch the ring at the same time.
So you just shove both hands into the
and
pack.
then try to contact Lazarus.
No, Lazarus, can you hear me?
While you're touching the spoon.
Okay. So you reach in with both hands, and you touch the spoon, and you're touching the ring. Say what you want to say. We'll see how much gets to Lazarus.
Lazarus, can you hear me?
It's a little better. You get kind of a Lazarus, me.
Yes, is that you?
You get back ooh.
He's dead. I can...
Does it seem any better with the spoon?
It does seem
Slightly.
better. You were just getting white noise, but it doesn't seem like the spoon's enough.
Now you just gave him ideas.
Yeah, I'll take my hand out.
That's
and
what
I'll
I do.
put it-
Now he's gonna be like, "Nim,
You're
give me
afraid.
2 spoons."
It'll be like,
Yeah, so when I touch the spoon, this spoon right here, the spoon that's still reflective, I can hear Lazarus a little bit better. So he's probably in the spoon realm.
Best name for it.
The reflective round?
Well, whatever.
Are we in the Matrix? The spoon's bending.
that's right. He's got to believe.
So I think we're gonna have to go in there to get Lazarus. Well, I mean, that's just my guess, but
I don't know. We can't just leave Willie here all on his own.
he can come with us to the mirror realm.
I don't think he wants to.
Well, that's his choice then.
I mean, you guys are talking about this right in front of Willie. There's nowhere else for him to be. He's just sort of like looking at you, kind of chewing on something.
I'm sorry, Willie, for their insensitivities.
You ever wanted to meet disemboweled Denise, Willie?
Stop saying her name!
You took your hand out of the bag, right?
I did, yes.
Okay.
Oh, in that case.
He goes, nah, can't say I want to do that.
What if it's safer than it is here?
I'm not so sure that'd be true.
Fair. I mean, I can't provide any proof either, so...
How much time has passed? Because we had said we had about 2 hours of light before.
Between the fighting, putting the fire out, packing up your stuff, you've maybe lost an hour.
I don't know where the safest place to sleep tonight is.
Well, around the wall, as he said.
I guess we should, head to the well.
I packed up Lazarus's tent too, but
Lazarus.
I'll carry it.
I was gonna say I'm not carrying it. Though.
Somebody else has to drag that out of there. Okay. So you guys move to the well, start setting up your camp as best you can.
Mm-hmm.
Are you tiny hutting? Is that the idea? Or
tiny hut around the wall.
okay, so you get everybody else in there.
Yeah.
Okay, are you explaining that to Willie?
Yeah. I'll be like, I'm gonna use magic to protect us.
Yeah. That sounds like a good idea.
All right.
But,
Well, don't be too concerned. You have to be inside when I cast it, but after that you can
and
move freely.
inside the well,
No, inside
This area.
This area.
he kind of looks where he's standing, just against the well.
Sure.
Alright, and he just kind of presses his body against the well.
It's not
You're
that
right to be
small.
scared.
Actually, how big is tiny hut's not that big.
It's 9 people.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna say the well's 10 feet.
It's going to be like the majority of it.
Yeah, the well's gonna be the majority of it.
Why are we doing it over the well?
We'll do
Drinking
it beside
water.
the well.
Drinking water.
Yeah, how else are we gonna
Hey
fill
man,
our
if
water
you gotta be an
skins?
adventurer, you have to have indoor plumbing.
That's right.
Even my tiny hut has a well.
It's only 10-foot radius. So I can't do it around the well. Well, I catch half the well.
Okay. If you catch half the well, it's 10-foot radius, right? So you would lose 10 feet. You'd lose half the hut.
Essentially, but there's enough room for the 4 of us.
Yeah, if it's
It can
still
fit-
10 feet on
it
the
can
other
fit,
side, yeah, that should be
9
fine.
medium-sized creatures normally.
Okay, so there's 4 of you right now with Willie. So yeah, that should be fine. Okay,
He's will be a half-sized creature, so.
that's true. Yeah. He can sleep by somebody's feet. He can sleep by Kenna's feet.
I'm a real boy.
Nobody said you weren't, Nim.
Sleep beside his buddies so they can just go, Disemboweled, didn't you so much?
She said it.
She said it!
We're going.
Kenna did it.
As soon as Kenna starts saying it, everyone just whips out spoons.
Just touch her with it.
The time has come.
Did you say that again, what you just said?
So Lazarus, I have you been still trying to contact them through the ring since you heard that? They all kind of gave up.
I suppose for some time, because it sounded like Dis for a second, and I
Yeah.
specifically tried Dis. Then I'd probably rotate through them individually and see if I can get anything.
Yeah, you keep trying and you keep getting that static feedback, but the connection never seems to be as good as when Dis was trying. Something's different. It's just not working as good.
What if you held 2 spoons?
What if we just said disemboweled Denise 3 times with the spoons out?
What if you just held 2 spoons and tried talking?
I mean, I can try it.
You could set up a
Good.
trash bin drum set with reflecting spoons.
Try it. So I guess after we're set up then?
Yeah, so Nim casts Tiny Hut, and Willie does kind of the usual, yeah, that's pretty neat. So, the vines can't get in now?
That's right. It's fully protected from
Have
vines.
you read the spell recently?
Yeah, I just read it.
Okay.
It does block physical objects, so.
Okay.
There's absolutely
From the
nothing
outside,
that can hurt
you
us
can
here.
Unless you were
Designated.
inside when it was
I
cast.
think you can still give people permission if you
No.
No, you have to
That's
be in.
at casting only.
Yeah, at casting you have to be inside, and then you can move freely inside and outside. Unless you're the caster, in which case if I leave, then the whole dome just disintegrates.
Alright, so
Suppose we'll be out here all night then, yeah?
that's right.
You're right, we sure will.
I'd recommend keeping your eyes closed then.
Why?
It's, sort of hard to look at night
How so?
when everything starts moving around.
That'll be fine. Light's just unnatural anyhow. You might want to avert your eyes for a moment. I'm going to do something stupid.
All right. He's just kind of very obedient.
As soon as he says that, Nim reaches and like for the spoon and like hands it to him, like not looking at the spoon.
I grab the spoon.
As usual, when you guys are touching it, there's that faint childlike sounds.
These guys get the fucking take-out spoons to look at them, pass them back and forth. Lazarus just walks out.
Because we don't take steps with the spoon.
There's actually a reason for that, but we'll see what happens.
I put the other spoon into my bag.
Mhm.
I grip both spoons.
Okay.
Is it just like a fucking, like, what's going on in my head?
It's definitely louder when you're holding two spoons.
And then I'm going to touch, do this two hands in the bag thing, and I'm going to touch my ring and go, Lazarus!
Okay.
Come in, Lazarus.
Your ring cracks and pops for a second, and then you hear, Lazarus.
Oh, yes. Yes.
You get back almost all of that.
I can hear him pretty well.
2 spoons is better than 1.
That's right. So I'm holding 2 spoons right now, and I can contact you. I think you're in the spoon realm.
Oh, Lazarus was looking at a spoon when he got nabbed.
Is there any
It's one of the
spoon?
ones you're holding.
Oh, yeah.
I'm the one.
Oh, yeah,
dirtied up that one.
Right. Icky, yucky, yucky.
We got clean spoons up in here.
Yeah.
Can I actually,
Say something loud, Lazarus. I want to take my... But not through the ring.
No. Just say no back through the ring.
through the ring?
I was told not to be loud in here.
By who? Who told you that?
The few kids that seem to be here.
You're a goddamn adventurer, man. What are you taking lessons from kids?
Dis, your hand's starting to get cold.
The one with the spoons or the
Yeah.
other hand?
Well, I'll talk to you in a minute. My hands are super cold. Hold on.
Just immediately lets them go.
Just talks to me about being courageous, and it gets cold.
Doesn't
and
say
immediately
anything.
My hand's getting a little bit cold. I'm not dealing with this.
You should totally talk loud, but my fingers are chilly.
Banana.
And then I'm going to be like,
So I got a hold of him.
I heard, and we can hear you.
These
These ones aren't.
This is
These ones
super
aren't
cold.
telepathic.
I
Well, then
can't hold
don't
it for
touch
long.
it.
But I can't talk to Lazarus otherwise.
Well, don't touch it for a while.
Hold it. I can bring him out here and we just all.
No!
Yeah, we could all touch them.
No.
And all touch our rings.
Then we could talk to him even better.
No.
And come up with a plan.
No.
God, if Disembowel Denise was here.
We could talk to him about disemboweled Denise.
I smack both of them. No, actually,
And the spoons are still in the bag, right? You haven't taken them out. Was your hand still touching them?
well,
Nim's all on board till this gets serious. He's like, "Don't do it, man."
I just know he said after his hand got cold.
I did, yeah.
That's true. That's true. Okay, so it's fine. It's fine.
As Nim was about to say disembowel Denise, I shoved my hand over his mouth.
Okay. I mean, much as people don't like Dis's idea, I mean, gotta do something for poor Lazarus.
Do we?
Of course, it's my counterpart that says that.
She's just trying to be pragmatic, man.
just try to think about the best for everyone.
So, but I mean, Dis, the spoons are in your pack, so it's up to you.
I have all the power now with the spoons.
For yourself, I don't need to touch it.
See, but if we leave, we should wait until morning so that we don't screw Willie over. Because if we leave now, Willie's just like.
That's a good point. It's a good point.
Do it for Willie, won't do it for the person you guys live with.
We'd hate to fuck Willie over. Kenna, on the other hand.
Willie's just trying to live his life here. You signed up for the
Well, no,
adventuring business.
You're coming with us if we go.
I'm not going anywhere. We can't leave Willie alone here.
But think of it. Look at the resume. Been to the spoon realm. Think of all the adventuring contracts we'll get.
I don't think we need to worry about adventuring contracts we're going to get. We also are not super well liked still in the place that we came from.
But that's because we haven't been to the spoon realm. How do you think they people have been there?
Do you think we're not going to get in trouble for leaving the Stronghold, technically? To come... Ah, Willie.
So, listen, it's, y'all gotta get up there, and it's just Willie holding you back. Listen, there ain't much life here for Willie anyway. If you need to go, I've come to grips with that I'm gonna die for a while now.
Well, you're gonna be fine, Willie. We're gonna get you out of here. It's just, if we go to the Spoon Realm, we'd like to have you come along with us to the Spoon Realm. We'll keep you safe.
Some of us don't want to go to the spoon room.
Will we rescue our lizard friend? Some of us also don't want to go to the Spoon Realm, so...
Your bag there, the talking bag?
Yeah.
Is that, did I hear that right? Are there children in there?
Wait,
There are.
you heard? You heard children?
Well, it was only people who saw the spoons before.
No, but
Your guys'
you
rings
hear-
aren't telepathic.
everyone can
you
hear.
can just hear out the ring.
Ah, I see, yeah.
Lazarus
so,
said
technically,
there's
yes, it was-
children.
Listen, if there's some of our children in there, I mean, I'd rather be with them than out here.
I mean, the man has spoken.
I feel like we have two problems here. I just want to lay this out for everyone. We have two problems in Williburg. And I don't 100% know if the problems are connected to each other. So, we could go to the Spoon Realm and take care of one problem and come back out and there's vines everywhere and it's not safe and everyone dies anyways. We could take care of the problem here and everyone's dying in the Spoon Realm. Or we could potentially be taking care of what's happening here so that when we go to the Spoon Realm and we come out, or at least try to find the source and see if they're connected.
So what you're saying is we need to grab the brooch and then call out to the Denise lady.
Why do you have to say her name?
Isabel Denise, is that who you're talking about? I'm not quite sure.
It's still light outside.
Yes.
I was just going to take a little walk for it.
Ken is just done. She walks out of the hut. She needs some time. Some time to herself. I mean, you can't go far,
No.
but at least in the market, you can kind of go
Walk
far
a
enough that
square.
the fog cuts off so you can't see the dome.
So,
So Kenna leaves.
alright, so she doesn't come
I'm
back.
not going
We're
far.
going
I
to the
want to
Spoon
keep
Realm,
her
right?
She just needs a breathing minute.
Yeah.
This is how it always happens, by the way. She's like 100% gone.
Yeah, I mean, if she's gone, she's gone.
We get burned out and we make this a party.
So many glares from Kenna. Listen, I'm not sure which one of you is right. I don't know much about magic, spoon realms, talking bags, but I'll leave it up to you. Other than burning down the inn, you seem to be doing all right. I suppose I'll just have to go with whatever you think.
Well, I mean, maybe we should try to get the brooch first. That might help us in the Spoon Realm. Because maybe the Spoon Realm's like the ether.
Well, I don't know about that, but it does make sense to have some sort of fix for out here. But it's also, if we can't fix it out here, I think we have to go in anyhow, because it's kind of worth... I mean, just the lives in the balance here. Apparently there's children with Lazarus. So it's at least a couple lives we could save going that way.
See, our problems out here can be solved with Fireball.
It's true.
In there, we don't know. Like, Lazarus dropped his god weapon when he went in. What if we drop our, like, spell focus and weapon and...
This is true as well. This is true as well.
We could be kind of screwed at that point. So we need at least some kind of, like, something.
My god weapons are right here.
Yeah!
You're not a monk.
Just gonna go to a punch-in.
Snake attack.
I mean, it's not a god weapon or a spell focus, but I have this, and I whip out my dagger.
Your god shiv.
So anyway, I started
Okay.
stabbing.
What was that, Kenna?
How shiny is his dagger?
That's a good point. Nim, you
Not
pull
very
out.
shiny.
Yeah, it's not super shiny, but you do, when you pull it out, you do hear that faint children sound.
I'm like, oh shit.
Oh shit!
Watch that just be all that Lazarus did by accident was pull out his rod and look at a reflection of it.
You also hear Lazarus like
That's
singing with
right.
the children.
No, just the children.
I asked that actually, and your rod's not that reflective, and it's like normal.
Yeah, because it's gold, but it's golden, but it's still a functional battle weapon.
Doesn't have that luster.
Exactly. I mean, you could probably give it that luster with some buffing and shining, but it wouldn't come that way naturally. Same with like a sword can be pretty shiny, but only if you're taking particular care of it. Dis's weapon is made of stone.
So the distance of the spoon from where Lazarus's god weapon was, how far was it?
You wouldn't be sure exactly, but like where it fell.
Yeah, when
it looks really like it just kind of dropped out of his hand.
like how many the spoon did.
No, so he walked. The spoon was still on the counter, and the god weapon was just dropped beside the counter.
So we would assume Lazarus was like 5 feet away from the spoon.
That'd maybe be Nim's guess. Yeah.
And we've only looked at the spoon from like this far away, or reflective surfaces from like this far away.
Yeah.
So I guess the trick is that if it encompasses your whole body, or something. Look at this spoon.
Nim. Well, at least Lazarus wouldn't be lonely.
That would be so bad for the one person who would say
The one mage.
So I may have fucked up.
Kenna just comes back and the bubble's gone.
Kenna comes back. Kenna's gonna come back.
Okay. Kenna's had her
I haven't
breather.
done any shenanigans with the spoons.
I assume not.
I have an idea. What if we send Nim to Lazarus?
That sounds like a horrible idea.
Let me explain.
Okay.
I'm so confused.
So much conviction. That sounds like a horrible idea. Let me explain. Okay.
You have a plan here, alright? I'm willing to listen now.
If we send Nim, we can get more information. So we know that when Lazarus left, he left his god weapon behind. But we don't know if it'll affect magical people as much. But if we send Nim, Lazarus and Nim will be there together. We're still here, so we can still do stuff here. And we can be with Willie. And then we can figure out if we're totally fucked if we go to this spoon round with nothing.
That makes sense, but hear me out.
Yeah?
If Nim disappears, we lose all the protection from out here.
I'm not saying right now. Tomorrow. Oh, you want to send me?
Or me.
You don't have magical powers.
But that's the thing, is like, well, yeah, you're probably the better option here, just because those children may need healing, along with Lazarus.
I don't trust you two alone.
But I mean, fair enough.
That's a good point.
Can't argue with that.
I say tomorrow morning, we send Nim.
What about another option?
We can't just send Willie by himself.
What else?
What if you just give me a weapon, and then you have me look at it, and then you'll know if the weapon came with me or not? I already said I wanted to be with the children anyway.
Doesn't help with the magical pop, though.
Nah, but it'd
we'll
tell
give
you
him-
something.
We'll give him Lazarus' god weapon, and then send him in the spoon realm. And then either the Lazarus' god weapon drops on the floor and we still have it, or it goes with him and then Lazarus has it.
Yeah,
I mean, we could do that. But then
seems like it might not be the worst idea.
I think we need some sort of protection for Willie. What if there's some sort of staging area?
You could ask your fella in there if there was anything he thought he needed a weapon for.
Yes, please.
How cold are your hands?
Yeah, how cold?
He meant more in like if there was a
How
thing.
cold is my spoon hand?
Were you still grabbing them the whole
No,
time?
I let go.
No, you're fine now.
I'll reach him.
Hold on, I'll contact him through the spoon realm again. Let me get my spoon telephone going.
I'm gonna stick my hand in,
Ring, ring. Okay,
and I'll touch my finger and go, Lazarus.
so you got both hands in there again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lazarus.
Oh, so nice of you to talk to him.
You don't have long. Say it fast.
Alright, Lazarus. I have a question for you. When you went into the spoon realm, was there something you needed your weapon for? Have you been attacked?
Oh, there's not pleasant things in here.
Alright, noted. Thank you. I'll be back in a... Well, hold on.
Pretty evil.
That'd be like the like as you take your hands, you'd just be like, great evil.
So, yeah, I think the gist of the whole thing was, yeah, you want a weapon. There's evil shit down there.
Well, seems like I might be the best way to try to get him the weapon.
I mean, potentially, but if you don't go with the weapon, then you're just kind of screwed.
I ain't in there with a weapon right now.
What if multiple come? Like, what if I come with you?
You going too doesn't prove anything either.
But I'm a better fighter than he is.
Well, yeah, but what if Nim goes with him?
What?
Timothy.
What? Why?
Nimothy.
Okay. We don't, like, it's not like we can just, like, send one person and then we're done. Like, we can, like, send multiple people, so why don't we try to send Willie first with the god weapon?
I think we should just
go
all
from
go.
there.
Well, I think we should all just go at once. My thought on this is that if the god weapons aren't going, I mean, they're not going. So they're going to be staying out here one way or the other then.
Yeah, but at least we know that, and then we can prepare. Maybe we could give them 2 weapons and see if either of them go. I'll give him my dagger. And we can give him Lazarus' god weapon. And then we'll see if it's just the god weapons that can't go. And then if that's the case, then we can arm up with something else.
I got a question. So, you're saying that big black one there,
Whoa.
you're saying you need to be far enough away that the reflection gets all of you.
It's a guess, but...
How are you going to watch what happens to me without also getting pulled in?
Because
I
we're
saw
going to
this.
hold the spoon, like, close to us.
Exactly.
I see. So you hold the spoon, and I just back up.
I was just
Yep.
not
And
going
look
to
at
look.
it.
Or that.
Yeah, I mean, that works too.
Alright. That answers my question.
You want to insight that, don't you?
Yeah, I want to insight. I want to insight for if it sounds like he's trying to sneak out tonight and reflect himself in.
Okay.
Is there a passive insight?
No.
No, I don't think so. Okay. He seems confused. Like his eyes are moving fast and that sort of thing. He just seems very confused. You're not sure if he necessarily plans on doing it himself, but he definitely he seems more concerned about the spoon than anything else at this point.
Now listen to me, Willie. Just let us figure this out first. Don't try to be a hero.
I'm not trying to be a hero. I just want to make sure if you're trying to get me to do something to prove something to you that you can actually see it and prove it to you.
I understand. Just don't get any crazy ideas in your head. We're doing this together. We're gonna figure this out.
Alright. Are we doing it now then? Is that the idea?
I think we should wait till the morning.
Mm-hmm. You need to do it in... I guess you don't have to get the mirror around.
Well, no, Lazarus went in the daytime.
Yeah. Let's wait till morning. We'll figure it out from there.
We might have to do it, like, inside a building.
Maybe, yeah.
Do we have an inside of a building?
Fireball
Somebody
can fix
seemed
that.
to set something on fire.
Yeah, fireball giveth and fireball taketh.
Well, what if the building gets covered in vines overnight?
Then I guess we'll have to find a new building.
Ain't any more not covered in vines.
There's one.
But can we get to it without stilts?
Or can we get to it... Or is it still not covered because all the religious symbols on the windows shattered?
I don't know.
So it's probably covered in vines now.
I'm gonna guess covered. Windows breaking seems to be bad news.
Would it be safer then if just Des took me inside the inn now, and we do it in there, and then you're good for the night? You don't have to worry about if the building's covered in vines in the morning.
All right. See you, Willie.
Well, I mean, are we
I mean, whatever.
Spoon Realm Willie?
Yeah, we'll spoon around.
Boom realm, really? Okay.
Well, alright, we're gonna do this thing.
So I take out the god weapon, and I take out my dagger, and I give both to Willie.
Okay, and he kind of like quickly kind of tucks him into his belt so that he's not looking at him or anything.
Well, I mean, the dagger, I never
It's
said
pretty blunt.
I-
Not blunt, pretty dull.
because I said I never really said I cleaned it, and it's not like my prized possession, so.
No, daggers are... A simple dagger like the one you bought isn't going to be super shiny like a fancy sword would be anyway.
You guys staying here?
Yeah, well, I have to stay here, or else I'd have to recast the hut.
I can come with you, though.
Alright. Nim, if we're not back in like 10 minutes, you probably want to spoon round yourself.
So you're
Does that mean you're giving him a spoon?
Go find one.
I'm sure I have something to wrap the spoon in my bag for a second, like a piece of cloth or...
Oh, absolutely. I assume, I know you guys aren't dumb.
Yeah.
I assume if you take out something reflective and you know it's bad, you're kind
Yeah, I
of
wanna-
Really
guarding
just
it.
icky, yucky it, and then prestidigitation it away, and you're fine.
But I'd have to take it out. I have no magic to do it, and I have nothing probably sitting in my bag that would cover it easily.
No, you've got lots of... you have spare clothes.
Oh,
and
no, I
stuff
mean, like that would be fine, but I can't dirty it. Really, easily.
Yeah, I don't know if you'd have anything to
Um,
dirty it.
So I'll take out one of the spoons, but the one Nim gave me before, and I'll
Okay.
just have it covered with a piece of cloth.
I'll go, here you go.
All right. Now Nim has the spoon.
And, yeah, so I will...
Okay.
So I shouldn't come look for you guys. I should just spoon round myself.
Okay, maybe come look first. Maybe give us a contact on the ring.
Alright.
Okay, here we go. Dis and Kenna just walk back out. They're like, "Oh, it was a good idea to take a piss after we were done." Nim's just gone.
Oh, shit.
No hut for you guys.
Enjoy your night.
Be a terrible night.
Alright.
I'll take them into the building.
Okay. So you and Kenna and Willie walk into the building. How are you setting it up? What do you want to do?
I'm like, alright.
Stan. Yeah, Stan.
Wait. You're not going with Will, you're staying with me, you're just watching.
Stand behind me, Kenna.
Okay.
And
Stand over here, Willie.
I'm gonna stand him like 5 feet in front of me or something.
Okay, and he's holding both.
Maybe I'm not there.
Okay. And then what do you do,
You
Dis?
should close your eyes. Don't look at the spoon.
Alright.
And don't hold it for long.
Yeah. Close your eyes first.
He's gonna go with him. Motherfucker.
Okay.
Well,
All
I know
right.
what I'm pulling now. You don't know what I'm pulling, spoon.
So just close your eyes first so you don't get the reflection here.
And then I'll pull out the spoon, and as soon as I see it coming out of the bag, I'll also close my eyes and try to hold it up in a way where basically I'm giving probably the inside of the spoon would
Okay.
be held up to Willie. And I'll just be like...
Okay.
And I'll just be...
Willie, are you still there?
There's no sound.
No clunk. Or as soon as I say that and I don't hear anything, I'll just put the spoon back in the bag and...
Okay. You open one eye cautiously. Willie's gone,
Alright, Kenna.
but both weapons are on the floor.
Did I hear them drop or...
There was like a dull thunk.
Okay, Kenna, you're fine.
The spoon's in the bag too. I put it in
Yeah,
there before.
yeah.
So the weapons don't go.
It doesn't look like it.
So that doesn't answer the question if magical things don't go.
You also don't know why they didn't go, because both of you had your eyes closed.
Yeah.
So
I
we...
go. You and Nim can't do stupid things.
Of course not. When...
I start that and I'm like, yeah, we... I
When
realize
have
how it
we
sounds
ever?
as I start. Like,
Alright, fair enough.
No,
yeah.
but like seriously, in the back of your mind, have Kenna and Lazarus's voice being like, "Is this a smart thing to do right now?" And if the answer is no,
Don't do it.
don't do it.
Yeah, I can do that. But maybe we should talk to them first and be like, scout out the plan. Or do you just want to go?
No,
You don't have much daylight left.
we gotta go back to Nim.
so I will grab the two weapons
Okay.
and I'll go back out to Nim.
Okay.
With kind of...
So Nim, you see them materialize out of the fog, holding both weapons.
So this does not bode well.
So I got bad news.
I assume you explained to him that
Yeah.
both of you closed your eyes, the guy disappeared.
So the positive here is it worked. We sent him to the Spoon Realm.
Okay.
We are masters of this domain. Now the next question is, which one of us is going next?
Nim just pointed at Kenna.
I think it's Kenna time.
I think Nim should go. I really don't trust you two alone.
But Nim's got all the magic. He can protect me. Like, what happens if...
I have magic too.
Yeah, but you have, like, healing magic. He has, like, hide you magic.
He has one hide you magic.
But it's a very good hide you magic.
Please stop saying that fast. It sounds weird.
Hide you magic.
Now... Well, I mean, what's the point of even one by one going now? Why don't we just all go? And just be like, boom, bitch, we're here. Wait.
Let me explain. My turn.
Go. Okay.
Because if one of us goes and we're a magic user and our magic is useless and we have no weapons, how the hell are we supposed to fight something? And what if there's something on this side of the plane that we're supposed to do that fights the thing on the inside? Ooh, good points that we didn't think about.
But...
And you don't have enough data because you both had your eyes closed.
Yeah.
But hasn't Lazarus used magic?
Do we know? Did you explain?
You didn't ask Lazarus if he used magic in there?
Well, I mean, it's something we could ask Lazarus. I'm sure he's tried.
Alright. Then I guess we ask Lazarus.
Alright, I'm gonna try with just one spoon.
It doesn't work with one, you know that.
Well, it sort of works. It just works better with two.
Then use two.
Hand over the spoon covered in cloth.
Okay.
It's a very dangerous transferring.
And then I'll unwrap them in the bag and
Okay.
do the whole thing to talk to Lazarus.
Okay.
Lazarus!
You do hear him.
Has nothing else happened around me since? Alright.
No one showed up there yet.
Okay.
Lazarus!
Yes.
Has Willie shown up? Do you see Willie?
No.
Uh-oh. Well, expect Willie shortly. We sent him to the Spoon Realm.
Spoon Realm. Good name.
Yeah, so we tried to send him with your god weapon and it didn't work.
It didn't work the first time either.
Or a regular weapon, that didn't work either. Do you have any regular weapons on you?
No.
Now, last question. Can you use magic? Is magic working?
He can. He's trying to defend the kids while he's here.
Alright. We'll be in touch. I'll relay this information. Say hi to Willie for us.
If he shows.
You do notice your hands are getting colder faster.
Let go of the whole thing again. Bring my hands out of the bag.
So, apparently, you heard. Magic can be used.
And Willie's not there.
Yep.
So where the fuck is Willie?
He's in the staging area.
He's in the in-between.
Or maybe he's in the inn because we didn't look for him.
Well, I mean, you think he's pranking us in there?
Then yes,
Super sneaky motherfucker just wanders off. I'm not gonna lie, I briefly debated.
That is pretty funny.
But that's not Willie. Just running around.
So what was that? So Willie? Well, I mean...
So are you sending Kenna through then? To be able to watch what happens?
Yeah, I guess.
No, we're sending Nim through tomorrow morning.
I thought you wanted to go.
No, we're sending Nim through.
But
But
then,
there's no...
we have to go through after that because we have no way to stay the night then.
Yeah. It severely cuts down on our outside time.
Fine, I'll go.
We should send you right now, too, just in case we can't send you during the day.
It's true.
Lazarus went during the day.
In a
Yeah, but-
building.
In a building.
Yeah.
And we're not going to have access to it inside of a building tomorrow.
Cool. Alright.
It's
Okay.
happening.
So I guess Kenna and Dis go back to you give Nim a spoon
Yeah,
again,
right.
just in
Here's
case.
your emergency spoon.
Run back to the inn.
It's like a cyanide pill. Only take it if you need to.
Let's just try it outside of the hut.
Do you want to try it right outside?
Yeah, let's try it outside the hut.
Alright, make sure you cover your eyes, Nim. Or, well, actually, maybe you should watch.
He
I
should
don't know.
watch through the thing so he can see what happens.
I am going to be so fucking panicked if you're both gone, alright? But it's a fair point.
Okay.
I'm gonna watch, but I'm gonna make so like the spoon is not in my line of sight,
Okay.
but Kenna is.
Okay. Best as you can, anyway.
Do you want to try to take these weapons
Like I'll like cover.
Use the
I mean,
well.
sure. Throw them in my pack.
in the back?
Okay. I'll give her the weapons. Or help
Toss them
out.
in my pack.
Okay, so you toss the weapons in your pack.
All right, are you ready?
Have you stand like the 5 feet?
No, I'm not ready. God. Yep.
What's that over there?
I pulled the spoon, so when you look back, it's...
I know I'm gonna look in the spoon. Idiot.
And Dis, are you closing your eyes this time, or
I'll
you?
watch.
You're gonna watch.
I'll watch, but I'm gonna be like,
Yeah, I mean, you guys feel pretty confident that it doesn't work unless your whole reflection's in there.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Here we go. So, you whip out the spoon. Kenna looks back. Nim is trying to, like, peripheral vision it, but he's also pretty far away. So, as you watch, it happens almost instantaneously. As Kenna turns and her eyes lock with her own reflection in the spoon, you watch as a shadow slips out from the spoon across the ground and grabs her ankles, and almost as fast as it happens, she just whips up and she compresses and gets pulled through the spoon. As she does, her pack comes last, and those two bigger items, the dagger and the god weapon, hit the spoon and just pop out and drop on the ground. They didn't compress with the bag.
Kenna has her weapon, the bitches.
Actually, you don't.
My glove?
Yours didn't make it through either.
Fuck.
It can't fit through the spoon.
Weapons don't work.
But her
So-
spell focus went with her.
This is true.
This
a magic
focus is on me.
Yeah, and it's smaller.
But weapons don't work. Obviously, we just leave them there. Adventuring party? New adventuring party.
What?
New adventuring party. Yeah, Kenna, you're somewhere else right now.
We can rename ourselves Surf. We've lost the turf.
Lazarus was
I was gonna say, wasn't Lazarus the
Lazarus
Okay, we'll
surf?
just be turf then.
And I'm more of a surf than both of you.
We are the turf.
Okay. I mean, the two of you are there, but we're a little over time, so we'll cut it there for today, and we'll try to figure out what you guys are gonna do, just the two of you, next time.
We could weaponize these spoons.
Wow, what a cliffhanger! I wonder what's gonna happen next time. Seriously, guys, thanks for joining us. Thanks for listening in. If you liked what you heard, share us with your friends. If you hated what you heard, share us with your enemies. Seriously, though, like, comment, subscribe. We'd love to hear from you, and we'll find out what happens to Double Doubles and Dragons next time.